Hiya, welcome back to the channel. So, if you're really observant, you might have noticed that we've got a Citroen C1 upon us. And this video is not fixing anything, not fitting anything, it's just to find something out. So what we need to do is, first, we need to insert that jack into an effective jacking location, and then yes, and then jack the shitter up. And now we realise that this is as high as the jack will go, and it's not high enough. So we can fill the jack up with a bit more oil, and hopefully it might increase its height. Nice and carefully install some oil. Yes. Better. And now the jack lifts high enough to get the axle stand under a safe location of the vehicle. Yes. So that's one side, securely propped up. Now I need to take my trolley jack for a nice quiet walk and do the same on the other side. Yes. And now we are almost ready to do our scientific tests. But first, I do need to take the wheels off, because if you haven't already worked out, by the way, I haven't said it, but what I'm measuring is, I'm going to say how fast this car will go if it did it the rev limiter in top gear. I'm not going to try it for all the gears, but I could do that while driving, but the rev limiter in top gear is probably never going to hit. It's not got the power to do it. So I'm just going to say how fast theoretically the top speed of one of these cars is, because the gearing's quite long for the type of car it is. But first I need to take the wheels off, because it's quite a bit of spinning mass that when it's doing like 190 miles an hour. One. Another one. And now we are ready for the moment of truth, if the shitter starts. Oh, how boring it does. So what I can do is, I've got the head-up display. Try and get it so you can see what it's saying. Yes. Now if I was just using a speedo, obviously speedos and head-up displays are not going to be as accurate as a GPS before someone says this, but the speedo seems to be about 5%, 4 or 5% out. The head-up display I've set to read a little bit slower than the speedo, so it's probably a bit closer to the real speed, but it's probably still out a little bit. But it will give us an idea. The main problem with the speedo is it runs out at 110. And in real life, in Mexico or on the Autobahn, you can exceed that given the right conditions, the right weather conditions and incline or decline conditions. That can be achieved, as I'll show you. But let's see. I've gone on long enough, let's see how fast it will go in each gear. So first gear. Now normally this is about 35. Yes, 33 on the head-up display, which I didn't show you. Second gear, about 65. Yes. 62 on the head-up display, which I didn't show you. Third gear, about 90. Maybe a little bit more. Doesn't do that when you're driving it. I've never had it above like just over 90 when driving it. Fourth gear, 110-ish. Yes. I don't know if the refresh rate actually showed that, but fourth gear on the head-up display like 120 odd mile an hour at the rev limiter Now when driving it, when you get up to like 3rd gear and 4th gear, I think after like 6,000 RPM, the engine ain't got enough power to reach the level limiter because of wind resistance and shit. Because when driving the car, I think the most in 4th is about 110. So let's see what 5th has to offer. Yes, it appears to have fucked something up. I think what had actually happened was the ABS light had come on because the rear wheels aren't moving and the front ones are moving very fast, so it thinks this isn't right, there's a fault. So I got my scanner out to reset it, and I turned the car off and on again and it sort of reset itself. So let's try 5th gear, actually in 5th gear this time. That's tick over. Yeah, something's not right. Yes. And that was actually more hassle to get to work than what I anticipated. Because the diff, what's happening is sometimes the speedo's going off and then saying that it's going down because it's probably picking up off one ABS sensor, not both of them. And the power doesn't all go through. It's not a locked diff. But we got there in the end and I got it to work. And it seems that the speed on my speedo of the rev limiter is 144 miles an hour. Yes. Which obviously is a waste of time. But what we did find on a useful note is that the drive shaft inner joint is shagged. And that's probably where my vibration's been coming from. So yeah, I'm going to put this back together. Put the wheels back on, you don't need to see any of that. Get rid of the jacket axle stands. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual shit. Tune in next time for more useless shite. See you, bye.